Hi everyone, so my name is Nabila and I'm here to present the regulatory updates for the past week. Oh, sorry. So on October 23, FDA announced the recall of more than 7,000 bottles of the antidepressant duloxetine over finding a cancer-causing chemical. This was a voluntary manufacturer-initiated recall of more than 7,000 bottles of antidepressant duloxetine, which is also called as Cymbalta, and it is a delayed release capsule. This recall is due to the detection of the nitrosamine impurity N-nitrosoduloxetine, which was above the proposed interim limit. Exposure to nitrosamine, above the acceptable limits and over long periods, it may increase the risk of cancer, as reported by the FDA. And for FDA approval, we have the RSV vaccine for the broader adult population. It's the Abrysvo, which is the first and only respiratory syncytial virus shot that can be used in adults younger than 50 years of age and now covers younger adults who are deemed at a higher risk of RSV-related lower respiratory tract disease. This label expansion for Abrysvo was supported by the shot's inferred efficacy in the phase 3 Monet clinical trials, and the top-line data noted that the Abrysvo met its primary efficacy endpoint and elicited a non-inferior immune response in younger adults as in participants aged 60 years and above. On October 24, the FDA conducted an outbreak investigation of the Ecoli 0157 in McDonald's Quarter Pounder burgers. The FDA, CDC, and the USDA FSIS announced an ongoing investigation into an E. coli outbreak linked to McDonald's Quarter Pounder burgers. 75 people were infected with the outbreak strain of E. coli, and it was reported from around 13 states. The investigation has focused on two possible sources of contamination, with one being the slivered onions and the beef patties which were used in the burgers. On October 25, a guidance on the insanitary conditions in the preparation, packaging, and holding of tattoo inks and the risk of microbial contamination was issued by the FDA to help tattoo ink manufacturers and distributors recognize a situation in which the tattoo ink may become contaminated with microorganisms. The guidance contains recommendations that include testing the ink and ink components for possible microbial contamination, ensuring that the manufacturing process does not introduce microbial contamination, and ensuring that the appropriate sterilization methods are carried out. On October 28th, for the FDA approval, the oral Niva antibiotic for the UTI was approved. This antibiotic is a broad spectrum oral venom antibiotic. It's indicated for treating UTIs which are caused by E. coli, Klebsiella pneumoniae, or Proteus mirabilis. This is for adult women who have limited or no other alternative treatment options, and it is by Iterum Therapeutics. The FDA also co-hosted the oligonucleotide based therapeutics conference with the DIA. This event addressed the recent advancements in oligonucleotide drugs. It covered non-clinical, clinical, and manufacturing insights. The topics that were covered include pharmacokinetics, delivery technologies, and therapeutic targets for treatments such as RNA interference and antisense therapies, which represent a growing area in targeted therapies. On October 29, again, we have an FDA approval, which was a new abuse deterrent alternative for severe pain management. The FDA approved the RoxyBond 10. It is an immediate release tablet for the management of pain, requiring an opioid analgesic for which there are no alternate treatment options. This new dose uses a technology called a SentryBond, which is designed to prevent misuse by making it difficult to crush, break, or dissolve the tablets, therefore reducing the likelihood of abuse via snorting or injection. Over 2,000 in vitro tests and a human abuse potential study confirmed the deterrent properties of RoxyBond. This approval is part of the FDA's broader strategy to combat opioid misuse while ensuring that the patients with severe pain have access to efficient treatments. The new dose is expected to be available by the end of 2024, and it is a huge step forward in fighting the national epidemic of prescription opioid overdose. And for the last one, we have the CDER's Office of Communication Division of Drug Information, they hosted a webinar which was titled FDA Drug Topics, Cannabis Products and Potential Impact on Patients. The FDA session covered the regulatory landscape, the safety considerations, and the drug-drug interactions. It also addressed the common misconceptions around cannabis use. This initiative was aimed to provide healthcare professionals with tools for discussing and managing the patient use of cannabis products safely. And these are the references that I used to collect these information, and this is all I have for today. Thank you.
Thank you, Nabila. Any questions?